Hey, cousins. Hey. And I forgot to put my thing up. Let me see if I can figure out how to do it while we're on here. Figure out how to. Hey, twin.
Hey,
Hi, you made it.
I made it.
Girl. Now I forgot to do my background on on TikTok.
Made it.
Girl. Now I forgot to do my background on TikTok. Let me see if I can figure this out. What cousin is?
Ain't no telling.
A mess.
You live on TikTok too?
I am.
I don't see you on TikTok.
That's me scrambling around looking for the background. Did I not hit go live? I see you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put you up in the box in the big box and I'm gonna mute you.
Okay.
And I guess that's where that's where you going. I don't never know where anybody gonna end up.
As usual, how it work.
Oh,
Cause
you
some
see the
people can pick their boxes.
yeah, I can't. Look at this kid. Hey, shop talk 69. I love it that you have on green liners. I love it that you
You know
have
that's
on.
my favorite color.
Is that right?
Hmm.
And see, I was gonna put on green, but I didn't have enough time. I just got the graphics in, and I didn't have enough time to make me a T-shirt
Oh
because
well.
I'm making mental health awareness T-shirts, and
Mm.
they're for sale at my store. But I ordered the graphics because I wanted to press my own.
There goes Sunkiss.
Hi,
I
cousin.
ain't got no power on this page. Oh yes, I do.
I thought I gave you.
I guess I do. I just accepted enough.
Hey.
What's up, Linus?
Hey.
Lord have mercy.
Man, oh man, oh man.
I was hoping Linus came in early so we could have talked. I had something to tell you. I mean it.
Mercy God.
Yes, yes. I've been sitting up here waiting on you to pop in. I was like, please come in early. Well, that's all
My
right.
bad. My bad.
That's all. Hang around after I hit the end button. I got you.
Ooh,
Okay.
ooh.
What you oohing for? What happened?
Oh, cousin. Oh,
Boss ain't shit.
I
Oh,
need it.
crazy.
I need it. He is not even on a good day.
Mm.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Boy, when I see him, I'ma tell him. How you gonna get me to come to a goddamn live? You gonna leave me up?
Block him, cousin. Block him. That's what I said.
That was some bullshit.
It was. The whole thing was. The whole thing was. Um, we cousin.
That's late. That's after fact.
Yes.
We can't talk about that now.
Yes, yes. I just want to ask you, will you bring them up over there for me? Because I'm gonna get started over here.
I got you.
Thank you.
Linus a moderator too.
Yes, yes. But she's hosting. She's hosting on YouTube
Oh, okay,
tonight.
I got you. I got you.
So yeah.
I can't be in two places
Hey,
at one time.
Even though it looks like it.
get you to
Even
go
though
back
I'm
and
in
make
two
sure all
places
my
at one time.
videos turned on because sometimes I can't see if they sitting down there in the bottom.
Uh-huh.
If I don't catch them in a comment, I can't bring them up.
Okay. Let
For
me
some reason, it's not showing. I'm not able to see it.
manage moderator access. All of them are on, cousin. All of them. Super fan, multi guest live. You can live recordings, pin comments, poll and gift, vote, block accounts, mute accounts, review filtered comments, comment settings. You have all access to all of that.
Okay.
Maybe it's just
I
2T.
wouldn't care. Just have me make sure I can block.
Yeah, you got it. You got all
That's
of
all he want to do anyway.
it. You got all of it. But welcome in, everyone. Hey, Lamont. Hey, Lamont.
Hey,
Um, my co-host tonight is Linus on YouTube and LaDonna on TikTok.
hey.
The topic tonight is, hey, Lamont, welcome in. Hey, Quan, welcome in. I'm doing great. How are you doing? The topic tonight.
I am sore.
Do we want to ask why?
I'm sore. We had 4 PD users that came in today that we had to push off the truck into the data center. That way, there was only 4 of us, so we had to push them from off the 18-wheeler truck
Hey,
into
Tony.
the data center.
You know I'm looking for you, Tony, always. How you doing?
We always looking for you, Denise. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
That's good. Showtime went on today, so you couldn't get your songs in. I'm sorry. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully.
That's all right. I'll catch him. Don't worry, I'll catch him. Hey,
Yes,
Tony, welcome in. Like I said, Linus is my co-host tonight. The topic is the lessons that raised me and the healing that freed me. Understanding how childhood messages shape adult mental health. Again, welcome in, everyone. This is not therapy. This is not an alternative for therapy, a substitute for therapy. This live is from lived experiences and awareness and understanding and support for anyone who is going through, living through these issues right now. This is a safe space, no judgment, just real conversation, like I said, from lived experiences. From the title, Childhood Messages Shape Adult Mental Health. So in no way am I talking about anyone who had a part in raising me, the responsibility of raising me, not passing judgment on anyone. It's like I said, lived experiences. This is about awareness, understanding, and support. So with that being said, thank you, Linus, for being my co-host for today.
You are absolutely welcome.
I figured, we're both. I may have you by a year or two, but we're both from the same generation. So I'm pretty
I'm
sure.
just 21.
Hmm?
I'm just 21.
Okay. Well, we're not. I got you by a long shot. I figured, we grew up hearing the same things, because
Lord, I'm glad you over there close by, so that lightning strike, boy.
Anyways.
Yes.
I'm trying to move.
Where you going? Hey, Jazzy.
Hey,
Welcome
Jazz.
in. Welcome in.
Under CJ.
A mess. Wait a minute, Lamont. Wait a minute.
That ain't gonna happen.
Let me help you out because I forgot. I forgot to do it yesterday.
Bless you.
Look at him.
That ain't gonna save him at all.
Especially when we all have the same powers like we
Right.
do. Look at him. He took advantage of it too, just right off the rip.
Mhm.
Yes. Hey, Jan.
That's right, guys. Stay safe.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. We ready?
All right.
Everybody ready?
Yeah, we
Okay.
ready.
Hey. Hey, Michael. How are you doing? Hey, love. Nice to see you. This month is Mental Health Awareness Month. So that is what we're talking about, mental health struggles. Um, Tonight we're talking about um, understanding how childhood messages shape adult mental health. Um, there are things that we're taught as children, um, not just, like I said, the obvious lessons like tying our shoes, saying thank you, looking both ways before crossing the street, which some of us still didn't get, Melvin. Um, I mean, the messages that hit a little bit deeper, the emotional messages, survival messages, the unspoken rules, the things we heard so often that they became part of our identity, like be strong, stop crying, nothing in life is free. Everyone has a motive. You better eat all your food. What happens in this house stays in this house. Handle your business. Don't trust nobody. Life ain't fair. And don't be too sensitive. Don't let people see you cry. Hey, Brett. Linus, anymore?
Yeah, girls should be seen and not heard.
Oh,
It,
I
it's
give you
quite a
something.
few.
that's coming up. That's like you hit it. I give you something to cry about.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Linus, that was good. Girls should be seen and not heard. And um,
It's quite a few of them. They'll come to me.
yes, yes, okay, yes. Um, like I said, many of those things that we were taught were not spoken from bad intentions. Most came from people who were trying to survive themselves, as you heard me mention last night. Um, I was raised by someone who was broken, and then my children, in turn, were raised by somebody who was broken. So my mom used to always say, "You can't get blood from a turnip." She couldn't give me what she didn't have,
Mm-hmm.
and the same for me. I couldn't give what I didn't have.
Yeah.
And when you're raised from a place of brokenness, like I said, not only was I, birthed from brokenness, raised in brokenness, and then life in general, I experienced things and aside from those things, just everyday life. And how we were taught to handle everyday life was really not taught to us at all. Like I said, what they learned was from brokenness, so they passed that right on down to us. Be strong, stop crying, you know, all of that stuff.
Generational cycle.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
we were not taught to deal with emotions or that our feelings were valid. Just keep going,
Yeah.
keep showing up, keep smiling, keep your head up, walk tall, keep your shoulders back, because I would hear that all the time. It's something that I don't hear it as much now, as I did when I was at the place of trying to leave this world. People would always tell me, "You walk around like you don't have a care in the world. Always have a smile on your face. You just like you gliding through. It's like you're not even, just effortlessly gliding through. You walk around like you don't have a care in the world." I was in complete turmoil. And they were like, what is it? How do you do? A lot of pretending,
Yeah, a lot.
a lot of pretending, living in denial, a lot of screaming in pillows, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of wet pillows. But of course, I had to say something, inspirational, something motivational to them. I couldn't tell them what I was doing, that I didn't have it all together. Like I said, they might ask why. Why do you feel like that? And it was easier to pretend, I thought. I thought it was easier to pretend than it was to explain why I was not all right. And I say easier to pretend because at a certain point, like I said, everything came to a boiling point. Pretending only lasts so long because it is pretending.
Mhm.
After a while, the true colors have got to come out. And when they do, and when they did, I didn't like it because I didn't like who I was, pretending. I wouldn't have had to pretend if I had liked who I was. So it was just a mess. And no one could see it. And like I said, if they did see it, I'm pretty sure people did see it, but they didn't know what to do with it, you know.
I
Um,
didn't know what it was.
yeah, and the ones that did, they didn't know what to do with it because they had been through the same thing and they got through it. So they thought.
Hmm.
So their message would have been, just keep going, pray. What am I praying for? Amnesia? You know, we be praying for to be zoomed to Mars. You know what? What am I? Just pray.
Hmm.
But like I said, the people that raised us, were broken. And I say us, I'm sorry, me. But most of my generation, were
Hmm.
raised by um, one parent or both parents from a place of brokenness. So, like I said, I don't think that they were intentionally um, giving out bad advice because, like I said, they were just trying to survive themselves. Um, but survival lessons and healing lessons are not always the same thing. And like I was saying, we were taught how to survive. I was not taught how to heal. And I think I can safely say many of us entered adulthood carrying emotional instructions that taught us how to survive, not how to heal or how to live peacefully. So we'll talk about some of those things and how the childhood messages they affect everything from our mental health, relationships, self-worth, how we regulate our emotions, anxiety, trust issues, boundary issues, people pleasing issues, um, burnout, um, emotional isolation or suppression, suppressing our emotions, um, and our relationship with food, money, and love in general. Um, and again, like I said, I'm not speaking from a place of judgment on, my parents, grandparents, or anyone who had a hand in my upbringing. Um, it's just now that I'm at a place where I realize that a lot of things that I was taught as a child played a role in my mental health as an adult. Um, some of the things that I thought were strength were actually unhealed pain made up. You know, I could dress it up, whoever I wanted to be. I could cover it up, like I said, pretending. And maybe, some of the things that we go over tonight will help someone else recognize um, some of the same things, in their life. And hopefully that will help them work toward healing those areas in their life. Linus, how many times have you heard "be strong" as a child?
Quite often, quite often. But I was a quiet kid. Like I could go and be by myself and didn't have to talk to nobody for days and days and days on end, and
Hmm.
it wouldn't bother me at all.
Yep, same here. I know it's hard to believe now.
Right, that part.
But I didn't talk. And my mom, I remember my uncle asking my mom if there was something wrong with me. And she was like, no, no, there's nothing wrong with her. I
Yeah,
would talk to her sometimes. I would talk to my granddad, but I didn't talk
yeah. I
to the
was
rest of them
left.
that night.
They left me at the grocery store,
Mm,
and they didn't realize I wasn't there until they got home. And by
mm,
that time, the CPS had done came and picked me up and everything. And I hear my mama tell this story. She's like, they say I didn't say a word
mm,
until I saw my mama,
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
then I started talking. But before then,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't speak.
And they
I
didn't
I
even
I,
want
I
me mama to
questioned
speak.
how the hell y'all left me though.
Right. Right. You didn't know how many kids came with you. How many were
Yeah.
there? How many were there? How many siblings?
It was two of us.
Like, I thought you were gonna say a car full. Mm.
Mm-mm. It was just two of us, and
That's a
they
damn
left.
shame.
It is.
Ain't it?
I really thought you were gonna say a station wagon full of
The
kids.
same thing. I thought she was gonna say truckload of kids.
Yes.
Back on
Nope.
pickup truck.
She said
Back in
two.
the day, going to the field.
It
Right.
was it was my mama, me, my mama's best friend, and her daughter.
How the hell you gonna forget one kid and it was just two of them?
Linus.
Now, listen, because I still feel
I'm
some
just
type of way
laughing.
about that shit. I still feel some type of way about it. Like, how? And hell, I'm 53. How did y'all forget me?
And
I,
this lady had her daughter. Her daughter knew that she had somebody to talk to on the way to the store. Why didn't she say,
ain't
"Hey, wait"?
nobody said a word till they got all the way home.
Hey, you better be glad it wasn't just your mama and her friend and then you. And they left you.
Right?
That
God,
part. Well, I'd probably still be there 53 years later.
I would probably feel some type. Ain't no lie, I definitely would feel some type of way
I'm
about
telling
that.
you. I,
Still,
I, I still feel some type of way about it. Like, but then at the same time, that's the way my life was because I had two older sisters and the older brother. By the time I got up, I was forgotten about. Hell, shit, my mama was tired after dealing with everybody else. She was
mm,
tired,
yeah.
and I was the baby,
Wow.
so it was like whatever, girl, go.
I was just
You know?
saying, nobody came looking for us when we did go either.
Yeah,
You know, and
yeah.
nobody went out of their way to even. I don't remember anybody coming and like sitting beside me when I was sitting outside all day long, coloring and talking to the cats and dogs. I've always, had cats and dogs as
Making
friends.
magpies on side the street.
Yeah. Nobody cares what's on your mind. Why you over here by yourself and everybody else, over there riding bikes, jumping ramps, and
And you sitting on the sideline just looking.
right, doing your own thing. Nobody. Oh, my mom was like, "Oh, that's how she is. She do good by herself. You don't have to
Hmm.
tell her anything. You show her what to do one time, or you tell her what to do, and she'll do it. And you
Hmm.
know, I was thinking, we were talking last night. Well, I was talking about how I had the thing where I had to do everything in threes,
Hmm.
where I had to sweep and mop the floors 3 times a day,
Hmm.
regardless. My mom would call me in the house some days and she'd be like, "Oh, she is the best floor sweeper, there is. She's gonna sweep everything." And I was thinking about that last night.
Not
That
realizing the whole time it's the issue.
right. It would become an issue.
Hmm.
Right. Like when the first time she let me bring a pet child in the house, which was a Doberman Pinscher. You know, that dog ended up being 175 pounds at her biggest, her
Wow.
heaviest. And my mom said that I could bring her in the house as long as she did not know that there was a dog in the house. And I got her at 6 weeks old. You talking about cleaning that house all day long, stomach nervous, thinking that she gonna have to go outside. So I would clean, just be in the house, just running behind the dog. If I saw hair, anything, I'm
Mhm.
clean. And look what it turned into. Just that nervous cleaning all the time. If something were on my mind, and I've been married twice, they both knew if if I was really, really stressed, I could be up cleaning all night until it was time for me to go to work the next morning
Mm.
and do it night after night after night after night. Mm. So, like I said, I know she did not mean it, for it to be like that, but that's what stuck. This is what I need to do. And cleaning seemed to make her happy. Me sweeping the floor, and I was the best at it. She always called me to do that. Probably just her way to get me to do it.
Mhm.
But saying that I was the best at it, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Now
Yeah. Girl,
I
you
gotta
going
keep
you
that title.
keep it up. Keep up the good work.
Right. I'm over at everybody else house sweeping their floors, honey. And
Mhm.
and I still do that. If I go over someone's house, if I see that, they need help doing something, I'll be the first one washing their dishes, cleaning. And my sister would always ask me, why is it everywhere we go, you always washing somebody else's dishes? Come out of these folk kids. No, you need to would do it. I had a neighbor. Um, I I was really good friends with one of her relatives, so I had her key to her house because we stayed across the street from each other.
Mhm.
And she had just had a baby, and I would go over there when they weren't there and clean her house.
Well, you can come over here.
And my daughter was like, "If I find out you've been over there one more time, because if that was me, you wouldn't be doing it." How do you know? She said, "You would do it probably one time. You wouldn't be over there." I just felt like the lady might have been overwhelmed. That's why her house looked like that. So I would go over there when she wasn't there because I didn't want to hurt her feelings, by doing it when she was there. They
Well,
just was me. They knew who had a key.
I was about to say they was gonna know it was you anyway, yeah?
Yes, but if the feelings were hurt, they would be hurt while I wasn't there to see it.
They come and take their key back. Yeah, give me
Never
this.
did that. Never did. The husband said he enjoyed it. So he loved
I
it.
was about to say because they was enjoying it, they was appreciating it.
Well, I mean, up until I left because I could not take it. Go over there just for just to see how they were doing, and they'd be looking like that. I'm like, oh my god,
Mm-mm.
I can't. I don't want the baby to live like this. But
I will
yeah,
go home and just go sit in my room because
but I don't have to worry about it anymore. We're not neighbors anymore. But yeah, I've been known to do stuff like that. It was that bad. It was
are you
that
still
bad.
in the business?
Hmm?
I say, are you still in the business? 'Cause I need a little help over here.
Well, I just open up. Just you ain't even got to send me no key. Just let me pin me your location.
Okay.
And if I'm up in that area, I will definitely stop by. And sprinkle my magic all the way around, my cleaning magic all around. But yeah, I could not take it, so therefore I would do it. One time I thought about starting a cleaning service,
Mm.
but given the fact that I can't inhale all of that stuff anymore, um, probably wouldn't be a smart thing for me to do. Not unless I could, But you know how it is, people like me. You want it done a certain way,
Hmm.
so you feel like you have to be the one to do it or
Well,
be there.
my daughter was like that. Well, she's still like that. Like we could literally be sitting eating. and you turn around to talk to somebody, you look back and your plate is gone, the table is cleaned off, and we like, well, I wasn't even through eating,
Mhm.
but that's the way she is.
Time's up. You had enough time. You got enough time to talk. You got enough time to eat.
Yeah,
You
that part.
finished.
But yeah, you look around for your plate and it's gone. In the
Mhm.
sink, being washed.
Yep.
Like, what happened to the food I had on my plate? Oh, I threw that away.
That quick. That quick in one swipe. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Yeah,
dishes already been washed and
already
put up.
washed.
So
Don't do it, Lamar. Don't
Yeah.
do it, Lamar.
don't do it,
Don't
Lamont.
don't do what, Lamont?
He's not doing it.
Okay.
I think the term be strong, I think that one right there shaped an entire generation, especially in African American household. Um, be strong, shake it off. They didn't even ask, they'll be like, some people say you'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was you all right. They didn't even say you'll
Not
be
you'll
all
be
right.
all right, but
You,
you already all
you all
right. You
right.
doing
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Head bleed. You all right.
There you go. Walk it off. Walk it
That's
off.
it. That's it. Keep pushing. And then don't let them see you cry.
Mm-hmm. Go put
Don't
some
let them see
Vaseline
you
on it. You'll
cry.
be all right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So if you heard any of those things coming up, listen to me. Strength is beautiful, but somewhere along the way, many of us confuse strength with emotional silence.
Mhm.
I learned how to function while hurting in the Be Strong era.
Yeah.
I learned how to smile while being mentally exhausted in the Be Strong era. I learned how to keep going while while I was emotionally drowning. And people praised me for it, just like we were talking about a few minutes ago. Um, they were like, you walk around, like you don't have a care in the world. Kids always dress nice. You're always, put together. And
Mhm.
nobody ever asked, "Are you okay?" Because
They
they
never
didn't.
ask the strong ones, "Are you okay?"
Yeah,
The strong ones, and I put that in quotations because,
yes, but they always ask, "How do you stay so strong?"
yeah, where you get your strength from?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just pulled it out the sky. I don't know.
Thank you. Like I said, by force, not by choice.
Yeah.
Not at all. As a society, I think we touched on this a little bit last night too. Society often rewards survival while ignoring suffering.
Mm.
Um, like I said, to them, survival, if they see you showing up, whether you're pretending or not, if you're showing up, if you're doing your job, if you're handling your business, they see that as thriving. They
Yeah.
don't see any of the suffering.
And
Even if what I was pretending to be were true, I still had to go through something to get there.
get that. Yeah, absolutely.
And
Mhm.
and nobody sees that.
I was telling somebody earlier today, I'm shy. Always have been, and people just don't believe that. I I'm shy.
Yeah, I heard you say that.
But I truly am.
This
Like it.
live gonna drop. This live gonna drop.
See what I'm talking about?
Hey boss, welcome in. I did.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Hey Melvin.
I'm going back on mute. Trying to get my kitchen. But damn, I'm going back on mute.
At one point in life, Linus, I was shy as
I don't
well.
even think you believe it, Denise, because you like.
Yeah, I don't, but I mean, hey, who am I? I don't know everything.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Yeah, I don't believe it, but hey, I don't know enough about it to dispute it. So,
Lamont, mute your mic.
yeah, she said, mute your mic. Hey, baby. Okay.
Gonna jump like a damn, it's gonna jump like a damn parachute in a minute.
Hey, well, then I'll bring it right back. We'll be right back. So if we drop, just stay tuned. We'll be right back. Now go ahead, Linus. Go
I
ahead.
don't even want to talk about it no more.
Look at that, y'all. Get
I'm scared lightning gonna strike.
on. Y'all get on my neck. Lamont, I know. I believe I gave him powers too soon, Linus. Lamont is just abusing his power.
That's all right. I got power too.
That part.
I ain't gonna do it though. I'm gonna let you live today.
It ain't shy power.
I got powers, boss.
Honey. Listen, Lamont, I'm here to talk about me too. Jesus Christ.
Drop.
Okay.
Anyway,
Now let
but
Linus.
seriously though, I'm truly, really, very, 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 very shy. Not with y'all. Once I get to know people, then
Bullshit.
I'm gonna stop talking.
Now y'all, Linus is my co.
Shit. Bullshit.
Who is this?
Bullshit.
Y'all know that this live is being recorded for YouTube, right? So everything you say on TikTok is being recorded on my live stream on YouTube.
Okay.
And
Go
and
back on
this this is internet bullying. But anyway,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna talk about my shyness no more because clearly it's offending people.
You have the floor, Linus. Go
I don't
ahead.
want to talk about it no more. I don't want to talk about it anymore. We can move on.
Blessed Jesus. Okay.
my God today.
Mm.
Some kids say give him a second. He on the phone.
Okay. Hey, Jessica. Hey, cousin.
Hey, Queen Barbie.
Okay. So, we were talking about how even Melvin said stop all that. Thank you, Jessica. As I was saying, I learned how to function while hurting, how to smile while being mentally exhausted. Um, I learned how to keep going while emotionally drowning. And like I said, people didn't see that. Like I said, they commended me on how I carried
Mhm.
myself. Um, but when you grow up being taught that emotions are weakness, adulthood becomes emotionally lonely. Um, you become the person that everyone leans on while secretly wondering or knowing, in my case, that I didn't have anyone I could lean on.
Right.
Being told that you were the strong one and having to live up to those words carry a lot of weight, a lot of weight, not just within the family, but in your friend group. You know, they don't realize that the strong friend is the one, like I said, who's sitting in the bathroom trying to cry quietly so nobody hears it, or
Trying to
trying to,
scream into the void without
yes,
nobody hearing.
yes. Hey, Jessica.
Yeah.
Milton Leroy's on here cutting up too. Or you know, always saying, anytime anybody asks, are you okay? Or just, are you good? First thing is yes. And they don't see that behind that yes, your whole being is tired,
Mm-hmm.
exhausted. And over time, that turned into anxiety, severe anxiety. I have my diagnosis is anxiety, severe depression, PTSD. Um, but with before the diagnosis, I had anxiety, depression. I was irritable all the time. Like it could just be one thing.
Anything set you off.
Yes. But then
Anything.
having to hold that in. And it's crazy that anything could set me off, but emotionally I was numb.
Mm,
Like Tony said last night, just going through the motions of life,
yeah.
existing but not living. And that, I stressed about everything, chronic
Um,
stress
I
to the
was
point.
diagnosed with severe depression and severe anxiety.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Believe it
here.
or not, because I don't think no probably would probably believe that either. But it's a real thing.
It really is.
It's-
And I got the papers to prove it.
I got the papers to prove it.
I mean it. I have the papers and the
And,
medication
but
to
the
prove it.
crazy part, though, when I told my family, "What you depressed about?"
Oh,
And it's like life, shit, everything. You
right.
know what I'm saying? Especially the last couple of years, it just everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I didn't think I had anxiety. That was like a new thing to me. Like, to me, anxious is like, ooh, what? And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's not like that with me. But it's like my mind is just all over the place thinking of this, you know what I'm saying, and that. And, what if this happened? What if that happened?
Mm-hmm.
What if I
Mm-hmm.
can't do this? What if,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
Yep.
just the way my mind is
Yep.
all day.
Yep. 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 Like a mad scientist up all night scratching around on the notepad trying to get the formula right, It was like that all the time. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what I think throws a lot of people off, Linus. Even just like you just said with anxiety, it didn't look the way you thought it would look.
Hmm.
Somebody who was anxious would look. You think they'd be shaking, biting their
Yeah.
nails, and scratching on the walls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like that.
Doesn't look
That's
like that
what
at all.
no, that's what we see on TV. So that's what we think it's supposed to look like.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't, like I said, it doesn't look like that at all. It looks like a happy person.
Yeah.
It looks like a person who's enjoying life. Looks like a
Mhm.
person that's working and thriving and, you know, as they say, not a care in the world. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, that's what they think. But
Right.
if only, and I'm thinking, if only y'all knew half the shit that I go through, excuse my French,
Well,
but
that's the
I've been through, or you know what I'm saying, or I'm
truth.
going through, then you know what I'm saying, y'all wouldn't be saying that. What you depressed about?
Right. Okay. Well, like I told somebody, if you don't think I have anything to be depressed about, think about all the stuff you have brought and put on me.
That part.
All the stuff you have called and told me in the middle of the night that's going on with you.
Hmm. Every
You know
time your
what
boyfriend broke up with you, you calling me. What you calling me for?
I
I
right,
can't do nothing. I can't go get him back for you.
right.
But you still put that on me, and
Thank
you
you.
left it there. So
I'm a single parent at the time. You calling me talking about you hungry and you ain't got no food in your house. Now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna feed mine and you.
and yeah, yeah.
But you don't have anything to be depressed about.
Mm-mm.
Like I said, I was in elementary school with bleeding ulcers and having migraines. And doctor looking at my mom, telling me, how does a kid this age, end up like this? And she, oh, really?
Mhm.
Really? You don't know?
I mean, how you think?
Right. I mean, I'm missing school in elementary school because I'm in the hospital, honey, with with bleeding ulcers in my, they shipping me from hospital to hospital to be able to run tests, make sure I have a brain tumor, all because of stress at, elementary school age. And nobody still, even after that, after I got home from the hospital, nobody still asked what's going
Just
on.
about, yeah, what's going on? Mm.
Nobody. Not even the doctor. He asked my mama. Not even the doctor asked me.
Yes, that's just the way it is. If it don't affect them, then I don't think they really. I'm not gonna say they don't care, because But if
Yeah,
they don't know, they don't know.
right. And I think a lot of people it does affect, but like we were doing, pretending.
Mhm.
Everybody was pretending,
Yeah.
you know? And because we had gotten to a point where we did it so well, we perfected pretending and being strong so well
Mhm.
that even the ones that were pretending along with us and couldn't pretend as well leaned on us because they didn't know that we were pretending too. You
Mhm.
know,
Yep.
like I said, that be strong, all the pressures from be strong, it can cause a lot of things. Like I said, in me, it was Lana said some of the same things, anxiety, and I mean manic. My scores now are still high for depression and anxiety.
Mine too.
Even
I just talked to my doctor Monday or yesterday,
mhm,
and I was telling him that I just feel like I'm by myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nobody that I can reach out to. Well, you need to start going out to do this and do that. And my friend had this, and I'm like, first of all, I ain't your friend. You know what I'm saying? Me and your friend don't have the same issues or
mhm,
whatever. You know what I'm saying? And
mhm,
for that to be your remedy for my situation, I
to
think I
do
need to
what
talk to somebody else.
right, right. And that's what I tell people all the time. Just because you have someone, in the mental health profession, that doesn't mean that it's like a one
Hmm.
stop stop, one
Yeah.
stop shop. You may have to shop around before you find someone that's compatible with you because you need to have a good relationship with the person that's, you need to trust them to
Hmm.
be able to take their advice. The person that's treating you. And that's with any aspect of your health, whether it's your heart health or or whatever. You need to be able to trust the doctor that you're seeing.
And I was telling them, like, I think I need to change my physician, because my PCP, because what I'm saying, when I tell her certain things, all she'll do is up the dosage, or what I'm saying, we really not trying to fix the issue.
Right.
And I said, well, I think maybe that I need to switch my PCP. And he was like, well, I don't think you should switch to PCP. You should talk to her. Sir, I have been talking to her. That's not, you're not helping me.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
Right. And you're not helping me develop trust in myself either.
right.
Because if I'm not having a good experience, hey everyone, I'm sorry. Hey, you're fine,
Hey.
baby. If I'm not having a good experience with someone, whether it's in the medical field or whether it's everyday life, I don't need you to tell me anything other than what I'm feeling. My feelings are valid.
Right.
And for so long, we have been raised to not feel. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, that you're just too sensitive. They didn't mean it like that. That's the way I took it.
That's the way I
So that
took it. And the
so
way
that's
I
what
took it
matters.
is the way I took it. And you can't tell me or make me believe or change the way I feel.
Exactly. Exactly. And that took me a minute to understand that. I believe that about myself. Like if somebody said something and what I heard is what I heard. That's what they
Mhm.
said. But then when I would say something and somebody would say, "Well, that's what I heard you say," then that would piss me off. So I had to get to a point um, in my healing journey to know that everyone has their own truth.
Right.
My truth, your truth. We may be the person may be standing in front of both of us and say the same thing. You may hear something, I may hear something different.
Right. And everybody's perception is not the same.
Right.
You know what I'm
But
saying? You may say something and I perceive it this way,
right,
like this is what I heard. And then the next person was like, oh, well, they didn't mean it like that. That's this, they meant it like this, and this. And I'm like, well, that ain't what I heard.
right.
Even though we
Exactly.
might have been standing right next to each other listening to the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Perception is everything.
Yes. But also respecting a person's perception
Right.
is key. And that's what I had to realize that
Right.
me arguing someone down, that is not what I meant. That is not what I said. That's their truth.
Right.
I respect that because I don't want anybody to um to shut me down. Like,
Yeah.
oh, they didn't mean it like that. Because like I said, that's we've been doing a cover up. That be strong is a cover up, part of a
Hmm.
cover up. Like I said, if you were raised in the be strong area, for you to walk away without any mental health issues, I don't know how you did it.
I want to know how you did it
That's
because
it. I don't know how you did it.
learn me.
Right. I think all of us from the Be Strong generation, should be seeking mental health treatment if we are not. Um, I
I
see
agree.
I have three of them. Um, and I see them every 2 weeks. I see my psychologist every 2 weeks.
Hmm.
I have not gotten out of the every 2 week slot since 2017. And that in itself lets you know that my scores are still really high.
Yeah.
Um, every time I think about stretching it out to like 3 weeks or once a month, something pop up, you know, whether it's something in the present or something in the past.
Hmm.
Um, that Be Strong generation, that caused us to keep a lot of secrets, not just our own, but everybody else's secrets,
Hmm.
painful secrets.
Yeah. That what goes on in this house stays in this
Stays
house.
in this house. And then I turned around and passed that on to my kids. Being in two domestic violent marriages, I wish I hadn't had that rule. I wish
Mhm.
they could had told somebody,
Yeah.
you know. But there's a huge element of shame, embarrassment. But then looking back, you realize, like I said, that everybody, more, well, not everybody, but more people than I thought were going through the same thing at that time,
Hmm.
keeping the same secrets within their household.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants anyone to think that they're anything less than, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, Quan, nobody. Um, but like I said, that was a tough one right there. And that was one that, like I said, I wish I had not. There's several that I wish I hadn't passed on. But like I said, what was poured into me, I turn around and mix a little bit with it and poured it into mine.
Yeah.
So again, just pouring more brokenness onto my children.
Yeah.
Um, other things that come from the Be Strong era, I mentioned headaches. That's a form of showing that I had a lot of stress going on. The ulcers, even before bleeding, were a form that I was under a lot of stress as an elementary school kid. And people like, oh, she's smart, she's making all A's. What? Then okay, it has nothing to do with school, right? If school is great, then whatever's going on has nothing to do with school.
Right.
Let's look somewhere else. But that's somewhere else they didn't want to look. Because then that might make them look,
Cause
a
then
type of way.
it's gonna pull the covers off
Right.
and expose everybody. So
Yeah.
they don't want to look at that.
Right. And that's just protecting the person that's in the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, the victim is the one who gets victimized over and over and over again. Because, like I said, I still, at 54 years old, suffer with nightmares. And then I beat myself up. Like I said, it's not as bad as they used to be. But
Mm-hmm.
you imagine having company over and you wake up screaming in the middle of the night,
I can imagine.
sweating and tow your wig off and everything. You know what I mean? You don't know who they are. And it's a mess.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mess.
Been there and done that.
The dog crying, the cat hollering, he hollering, He thinking somebody new. He just up throwing air punches. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
funny now, but it's embarrassing. I mean, that has got, and then like I said, afterwards, can't really explain to them why. Why you having nightmares, because you
Mm-hmm.
don't know what they gonna say. If they gonna think you damaged goods, as you've heard people call people. I heard that growing up as a child.
Mm-hmm. I
I
mean,
also heard.
even as an adult now, I don't like to, you know what I'm saying, tell nobody that side of me
Hmm.
because it's like, well, shit, they gonna feel like, hey, she got too many problems,
Right.
you know.
Exactly.
And so,
Exactly. Alana, we all here. We all here. Just be waiting.
hmm,
We all one and the same. We're all mirrors of ourselves within each other. We are. We're here for a reason.
yeah, hmm,
There's a common bond for, we all here for a reason.
hey
No
now,
pressure. No pressure.
thank y'all for being here with me.
We're going to be here. We're going to ride it out. I feel the same way. Lamont, mute your mic.
But when we was on Showtime Live, it was funny how Denise came in there. I didn't know Denise from a can of paint. And she said, I've been looking for you. Like, woman, who are you talking about you looking for me? That's how we became friends. And it was funny because she said, I was about to come looking. She said somebody come looking for you. I'm like, I would get scared. Like, this woman talking about she come looking for me. I don't know who this woman is. I'm like, Lord. But
Just
it's nice to have somebody to know that they're coming looking for you. And it's not in a bad way. It's in a good way.
exactly.
I love
When I
you too, cousin.
when I started going in DJ Showtime Live, Lamont was always there. He would always speak. He was one of the ones that would always speak. Um, so when I would go in and he wasn't there, I'm like, well, let me go look for him and see where he at. So when he pop in, I'm like, oh, I just get ready to come looking for you. And he right. That's how we became friends. Hey, Left Lane. And the 13 songs, and plus, like I said, that has taken on its own identity at this
Mm,
point.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, like I said, those things, the irritability, the emotional numbness, chronic stress, the burnout, and sometimes physical illnesses, sarcoidosis, autoimmune illnesses. The body keeps score. Um, like I said, some people's headaches, in my case, my headaches were unspoken stress. Um, in some people, their insomnia is unresolved emotional overload. Some people's anger is buried sadness. Like I said, I wasn't fighting. I was not fighting because I was mad at the person I was fighting when I was coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I, I stayed in the fight. And they knew to come get me because I would fight.
And
There was a
anytime there was
way.
a fight, they would call
I,
me.
I thank you. My mom said, "Who does this? This is the baby girl. Who comes home and get the baby sister?" My brother and sister, because they knew I would fight. Because I just
Mhm.
needed a way to release that anger. That's all it was. I
Yeah,
was fighting one person every time I fought. No matter who I was fighting that one person that hurt me.
yeah,
Every fight I was in, I was fighting him.
yeah. Everybody else was collateral damage.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I would get in trouble for fighting, but not enough trouble to stop me. Not enough trouble for them to be concerned as to why do you like to fight?
Mm-hmm.
You don't even talk. Why you fight?
Yeah, I was bullied as a kid, believe that or not. But it was this one girl. I don't know what I did to her, what I said to her, but every day she would pick on me, or what I'm saying, just fight me for whatever reason. And I was a small kid, so you know what I'm saying. And she was, I'd say, in the fifth grade, she's probably 165 pounds, you know, and
Yeah.
I might have been a buck 05 soaking wet, but every day until one day she I was putting my money in the vending machine, and she came over there to get my change at the vending machine. No, ma'am, I lost it.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't about to take nothing that I earned.
Yep. That part.
So, yeah, I whooped her ass that day, and I ain't had no more problems out of her
That
since.
part. That part.
I was like, well, damn, that's all I had to do.
But here's the kicker.
Okay, and fighting from then on.
That's it. Out of here. The thing is, we were raised to fight.
Hmm.
We were raised that if somebody hit you, you hit them back.
Yeah,
But then stop fighting. Why you fighting everybody?
as everybody can get it.
Or this is a good one. If you don't fight them, I'm gonna whoop you when
I'm
you
gonna
get
whoop it.
mad.
Now, what you want me to do? You don't want me to fight, or
Right.
what is it? You want me to fight, or you don't want me to fight? Because if I don't fight, I'm gonna get a whooping anyway.
Yeah.
So hell, I might well whoop everybody ass going down the line.
And get one and get one as I don't whoop everybody else.
Hey, that part.
It seemed like an even exchange to me.
Right.
That thing's fair.
Exchange ain't no robbery.
Right. I'm gonna get you gonna fight me when I get home, one way or the other.
Well, I'm gonna have to fight.
Right. So I might as well fight.
Hmm.
Um and learning that I had permission to feel that my emotions were valid. I also learned in the process that I did not have to be strong all the time, that I am human, that crying is not weakness. I don't just have to cry when I'm at a point of breakdown, at a point of exhaustion. I can cry because I'm hurting. I can just cry.
Just let it out.
Yeah. Um, and needing help, whether it's from you, whether it's from Queen Bee, whether it's from Sunkiss, Nay Nay, um, Left Lane, Catrice, Quan, Jessica, that is not weakness. Seeking mental health treatment is not weakness.
Don't forget Melvin.
Oh Lord, yeah. And hey, Melvin, Brittany, Tony, everybody. It's not weakness. Um, resting. Resting is not weakness. And I can rest without guilt. I love taking a nap. I've always loved taking naps, but I always felt bad. I always felt like I should be doing something instead of
And
taking a nap.
it's days when like I could sleep just forever. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to get up. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. I just want to be. And then that's lazy. Come
Yeah.
look, with
But
somebody outside looking in. I'm
right,
just lazy.
right. But right. That's what it's deemed as, but it's not. That's I think one of the first signs that people should be made aware of when it comes to mental health struggles, that either a person is going to sleep excessively or they're not.
So they're not.
They're going to be
And then there's days you can't sleep. Like
right.
you sleep an hour and then something cross your mind and there you up.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking into the ceiling for
Yep.
whatever reason and with your mind racing, thinking this, that, and this and that. And then you try to
Yeah.
go to sleep again. You might sleep 30 minutes.
Yeah. If that.
Yeah. So
Or
it's,
wake up within the same 5 minutes
yeah,
time span. That's what'll get you. That's
yeah.
what gets me. Like, okay, I know I slept a good 30 minutes, an
Then
hour, wake up.
look at your phone. It's 1:02. I just went to sleep at 1 o'clock.
That
But you
part.
know I've been sleeping a good while. But
That part.
yeah, I've been there and done that too.
I think those two, that's sleep patterns should be the first sign that there is something wrong. If you're
Yeah.
observing someone else or doing emotional check-ins with yourself. Are you sleeping? Are you not sleeping? That the body gives us signals.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, if you stub your toe, that pain let you know you stub your toe. And if your toe keep hurting, long after the stub, that lets you know it's time to go to a doctor. It's probably broke, fractured, or
Mm-hmm.
something. Pain is an indicator that something is not right. And with mental health, that pain manifests in different ways. And I think, like I said, the first or main sign would be um, change in sleeping patterns.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the most common. Um, and with, like I said, with mental health awareness and treatment, I'm okay with admitting, that I'm not okay. Like, so sometimes it may take me a little bit. They might
I
have to
haven't
ask
got
me 2 or 3 times.
I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Well, what about with yourself? You recognize when you're not okay,
Yeah,
but it's just saying it to someone else.
yeah. Because what they gonna do about it? What can they do about it? Like it's like a moot point. Me telling you I'm not okay. Because then the first thing, well, from my experience, is that when you say, well, this is what's happening. Then I'm saying, oh girl, all you got to do is this. My friend went through that, and this what they did. Well, I'm
Mm,
not that friend. We
right,
don't have the same. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the same trauma. First of all,
right,
you know,
right.
so that
Absolutely.
part, and then you have the ones that try to one up you. Oh girl, you going through this? Well, I went through this,
Mm-hmm.
and this,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, well, what was your point for even trying to come and talk to me? Because
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. I don't want to hear your problems. I got enough problems of my own.
Thank you. And now, not only did you just just diminish what I'm going through, you piled more on
Yeah,
my plate telling me what you're going
you
through or
going
what
through.
you've gone through.
Yep. So I just tend to keep it all to myself. I compartmentalize it all.
Yeah, well, eventually that luggage is only so big. It's going to, either you're gonna have to buy a new suitcase, a bigger suitcase, or it's gonna start ripping at the seams.
Well, Erica Badu said it best. Pack like
That does sound like the smart thing to do, but when you suffer
when you
with depression and
when you
anxiety,
in it.
it's hard to pack
Mm,
light.
yeah.
I know it's
Pack.
hard to pack light because you might need something. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
might have to reach back and
I'm
pull something out of
yeah. I
it.
might be done forgot something, so I need to get it
Right,
all.
exactly. So that's easier said than done, and I can tell you that from my own experiences. Um, Melvin said, I understand that you forgot my name. Melvin, I didn't forget your name, baby. That's not true. I was just addressing the ones on TikTok before I came over to YouTube. That's all. That's all. Cousin just wanted to make sure that I did not forget you.
Melvin, who?
Melvin Leon Baker.
Mm.
Um, Another thing that like I touched on last night that I was taught, everybody has a motive. Um, this lesson right here creates distrust, well, fear and distrust
Mm.
in others and in myself. Because, like I said, I had plenty of people who were along my path that tried to bless me. I didn't trust myself to make the right decision, and I didn't trust that they were acting, from a good place either by
Mm.
offering that. Like I said, it could have been $20 or 2 cents. Like, so somebody in line behind me, I'm 2 cents short, and they want to pay the 2 cents so I can get my groceries and get on out of the store. No, 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 no. Go give your mama the 2 cents. I mean, just turn around and cuss them out over 2 pennies. Not even the cashier. She's like, people, I have 2 pennies here from, I can, no, You're not going to call the police and say I stole 2 cents or stole some of these groceries. I'll be right back.
I,
And
I,
the folks
I
be looking
always,
like, what is going on?
I always felt like if it was something that I wanted and I tried to get it and couldn't get it, that must mean I didn't need it. So
True.
definitely not finna go and ask nobody else, and you know what I'm saying.
Mm-mm,
So
mm-mm, mm-mm.
well, I just have to go without because it must mean I didn't need it.
Exactly. Um, if I didn't have it, if I couldn't figure out how to get it,
Hmm.
then I figured out how to go without it.
Yeah. I didn't have it at first, so I'm like, can't miss
Right,
what I didn't have.
right. And like I said, that's what um was the norm. That was the rule to live by. But you do have people along your life's pathway that will show up with a blessing,
Yeah.
you know?
But then
And
you
now that I
also
know that,
giving them the wicked tide eye, like what you want.
true that. But I let them know, this is whatever you're doing, that's you. That is you. And now I don't draw those kind of people anymore.
Mm.
Just like I married two people that were the same, just a different name. Those two people were almost identical to my dad, who I despise.
Mm.
But he was the norm. He was familiar. I knew him. You know what I mean? So that's what I sought. People
Mm.
that were familiar.
So
Him.
we covered what we know, what we see every day.
Right. Right. But didn't like the results of it. And, both times. And once I figured that out, that I'm the common denominator, they don't know each other.
Am I the problem?
I am the problem. I am the problem. Once I figured that out, and I figured that out the day that I was it was during one of my treatment sessions, my therapy sessions. I was talking to my therapist and I was like, I really thought I'd gotten it right this time with him.
Mm.
And she let me finish and she said, you said something. You said you thought you got it right. What do you mean? What are you trying to get right? And I'm like, well, I thought I had picked, this guy was different, than the last guy. She said, are you trying to get it right with your dad? And that was like a gut punch.
Mm-hmm. I can imagine.
And I think I cried for like 2 days behind him.
Especially when that light bulb come on, like maybe
Yeah,
she.
yeah.
Yeah.
And when it came on, I could not turn it off. And that gave me a different pep in my step. We did the work, she gave me, some coping skills because bless her heart, she called me back the next day outside of my appointment because I was boo-booing so bad. I don't even know how we hung up the phone. Just cut up, cut up. Because I couldn't believe how I'm like, how did I miss that?
Mhm. Well, I
And why
mean,
would I be trying to please this man?
if you don't
I
see it
don't
till you
even like
see it.
him. He didn't treat my mama good. Why would I be trying to please him? He my daddy. Why wouldn't I want the love of him? You know?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
when she said that brought everything home. Knocked the wind out of me for sure.
Mhm.
But it changed how I looked at men too. Um, there's no way, I can't have a relationship with my dad as a one-sided relationship. Me doing all the work. That's not gonna work.
Mhm.
And that's how it had been in my relationship. Me doing all the work. And that's not gonna happen. No more than I was willing to do it, to gain the love of my dad, am I gonna do it to gain the love of a man? So that they don't even approach me anymore. They're still clear. I guess I'm holding my mouth different or something. I don't
Nice.
know.
Well,
Yeah,
I never had my dad. I, you know what I'm saying? So they say your dad is a girl's first love.
yeah,
I didn't have that,
yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, hell, I don't need a man.
Mm,
I ain't had none in all this time.
yeah,
Like I said, if I can't get it, must mean I don't need it.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, would I
And
want to be in a relationship? Absolutely. But I'm
yeah,
not gonna,
right.
it just,
Yeah,
because I didn't have that. And when I did meet him, when I turned 50, he passed 2 years later. So, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have him very long. And then I was angry,
yeah,
the fact like why you weren't there because you had two other sets of children and I was in the middle. I have two older brothers and I have two younger sisters. Everybody knew about everybody. Nobody knew about me. So it's like, what I need you, what for?
right. And that applied to every man.
Yeah,
What I need to, what for? Mm-hmm.
yeah. But I'm working on
Absolutely.
that part.
I
I'm,
am too,
I'm
Lonnie.
working on me.
Exactly. I am too. Because I agree with what you said. Do I want to be single for the rest of my life? No.
Absolutely not. So I
Um,
know it's something in me that I have to work on before I could, what I'm saying, even attempt to try to love somebody else.
right.
So
And
yeah,
my
I'm
my
working.
I'm glad to hear that because everybody needs somebody. We weren't created to go through this life by ourselves. That's why Eve was created for Adam, companionship. Um, but mine, now that I have sarcoidosis, my issue with dating or being with someone would be, do I want to share this load with them? Even if they're willing, people only see so much of it. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
And I feel like they can only take so much of it. So if I, what I'm
Right,
saying, if I get to
right,
know this person and I give them all of this and all of me, then I feel like he gonna be like, man, that's too much.
right,
That's
right.
just I can't deal
And,
without that. So
and I bear guilt, without even having, someone that I'm like, okay, I still already feel guilty about what I'm going to bring, the load that I'm going to bring into the relationship.
All them suitcases that I got with me.
Health issues, you know?
What I told you, cousin? What did I tell you?
And you know what, y'all? I'm listening to y'all. I went through the same thing. I'm a single mom of 4 kids, health issues, got a mama that I love to death that works my nerves. And believe it or not, I didn't think CJ was gonna accept I got a package, y'all. I got more than what y'all even know. So sometimes if you don't put it out there to even just give yourself a chance to see, then you're never gonna know.
Ain't you right?
You are right.
Because I was very
everybody's
skeptical. I didn't think
situation
it was
is not the same
something.
though. Everybody's not the same. Like you can go and put yourself out there, and this is where I when I tell y'all I'm shy. Believe it when I say it. I can't just go up and approach somebody and be like, hey, how you doing? I can't do that. So I'm not gonna put myself out there. So if they don't come knock on my door and say, hey, Jesus told me, you know what I'm saying, my homeboy want to holler, I'm just gonna be sitting here by myself.
And I'm going to need a note from Jesus, and I'm going to need to take time to get it,
That part.
make sure that it is authenticated. You know what I mean? So,
That part.
yeah. Um,
Well, cousin, what I had told you, it's all about, it's up to that person to be willing to help bear that burden with you.
yeah.
But you have to give them that choice. If you don't give them that choice, you'll never know.
And that is true, cousin. That is true, but it's a lot. This
It's
illness
Right.
it's hard on me. And
especially when you're dealing with the depression and the anxiety and
right,
you know what I'm
and,
saying,
and
stuff like that. Like that's hard to bring to somebody and sit it in front of them and be like,
right. Because
you know,
what people see now, they see me laughing, they see me smiling,
yeah.
they see the good parts. It's a lot to
Hey, and what did I tell you? You have to be open to show everything. You can't just show that one part of you. You have to be open, be willing to be open and show everything to where now if they want to be around you, want to be with you, want to be your friend, want to be your partner, want to be this and want to be that with you, it, now this is where, hey, this is who I am. This is what I'm about. This is me. But
But and
you
I
don't give
understand
them
that.
that choice to
I
understand
understand
that.
that some
No, I'm gonna
kids.
give you a chance, Gladys. I'm gonna give you a chance. You have to give them that opportunity to make that choice.
I understand that,
Gladys.
but it's the anxiety that's like, how long he gonna last? When is he gonna get up and leave? You know what I'm saying? After I get through doing all of this, because you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be some bad days.
But
yeah,
that's what
One,
you're
yeah.
saying. But see, that's the problem with anything. Instead of looking at that point of it, just look at
well,
okay, it's somebody that accepts me. It's somebody that's, and then with the depression, who knows that when you get that person, they may help you push through what you're going through. Because again, I went through depression. I was on medicine. I went through being scared and everything. And believe it or not, right now, a white 300, I would almost drive through a ditch because of a situation that happened to me. Now, I can see one and don't see it. Why? Because it took me to get open up and just have faith that just maybe this is that one. However, if I keep looking at the factor of, well, maybe this or maybe that, then I'm waiting for it to deteriorate.
well,
That it's like
well,
I'm not giving it a chance because all I'm thinking about is, well, he's not going to accept me because I got 4 kids. He's not going to accept me because I'm not making the money that I need to make. He's not going to accept me because I got my mom staying with me because of her health. Instead of saying he's accepting me and he's accepting my situation, and then let's just go from here. And then if it doesn't work out, then I'm not gonna take it as, oh well, it was a loss. I'm gonna take it as, thank you God for that time that you gave me with somebody to help me with a situation that I probably wouldn't be able to do by myself.
mhm. I understand what you're saying, and I'm not saying that if he don't, if you know what I'm saying, if he approaches me, that I'm just gonna be like, no. I'm open and I'm receptive to find somebody, but it's just the thoughts in my head, the anxiety is what,
But that's what I'm saying. Those thoughts is something you need to work
and
on.
it's
And
something
it
right.
doesn't always have
It's
to start
something,
with
but
a relationship.
I can't
We
control
didn't
those
start
thoughts
off
at
with a
this point.
relationship. We were straight friends. Matter of fact, I messed with him. He gonna probably get on me. But CJ used to call me sis. No lie. He was like, "What's up, sis? How you doing, sis?" And I had to go back and read this stuff to him because we weren't looking at each other like that. And as time progressed, it was just a blessing that it turned into what it turned to. So sometimes it'll be those ones that you least expect that can just be more of a friend, and then it turns into something. But at least your friend is gonna already accept what you got going because that's something y'all already talked about anyway. And so for them to stay around as a friend, then you know they'll have your back as in something that's greater. But the first step is not looking at what's gonna happen, just taking, because we don't even know what tomorrow holds for our own life. So just take what God has blessed you with day by day and just pray that, hey, this is the one that God sent me. Instead of looking for when is he gonna leave? When is he gonna talk about my problems? When is he gonna talk about, you know what I'm saying? Like that, that's, we're giving that ourselves that motive of it's gonna happen instead of just saying this just might be that one.
And I don't.
Okay, but however, now you do have to take in consideration that you're gonna have disagreements, but you gotta know how to work through your disagreements and not just run. Just because y'all had a disagreement, you just run.
Yeah, and see, I'm speaking for Linus on this one. We understand that. It's just that, like I was saying, and Linus was saying also, I bring so much baggage, and it's health issues. It's not, and mental health issues. When I say health issues, that's physical and mental that I bring. So I have to be, I'm always concerned about that, showing everything. Honey,
Cousin, but you have to get to that point where you let your guard down.
Hold on, let her finish, and I got a response. Let her finish. I can talk to.
yeah.
Okay.
Showing everything, because like I said, sarcoidosis it's not easy for me. Not hearing good news is not easy for me. It would not be easy for me being with someone, loving them, and them living with a chronic illness. So I say that I'm cautious, but I think it's more of I hate to put it like this. Yes, trying to be considerate and not overload someone else, because like I said, I feel overloaded at times with this.
Well, I feel like a lot of times the people you love the most are the people who get to see you at your rawest moments. That means that they know everything. And the thing about it is, when you open to allowing people to see you at your most vulnerable, like it becomes a bond. And the thing about it is, you can't trust everybody with it. But when you find a person who is okay with all them layers and all the stuff that go along with whatever you got going on, it's very freeing. It make you understand. It make you understand that love is a real thing. And if you want love for real, you got to show people the parts of you that you don't even like.
Now, boss, I know you can call me on FaceTime, boss. I crawl to the phone with a mask, an oxygen mask on my face.
Listen, the other day when you was in your treatment, they were trying to wake you up for 10 minutes. I came in there and said chocolate chip. You woke up with that ball. Yeah, you did.
I mean, I spent months chasing you around. I mean, calling your mama day and night.
My mama's still mad. She's still mad with me right now. See, because and that's what I was getting at, as far as just like
when me and you was talking at one time, and I told you the only way you know who is true to you, they have to see you at your worst.
Yeah.
They have to. If they can't deal with you at your worst, they don't need to deal with you at your best.
And those people who can deal with you at the worst are the ones who will pick you up.
I think that's easy for y'all to say. That's easy for y'all to say. All you have to do is this, and all you have to do is that. But it's not that easy for me. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, in my mind, like I said, I can't control my mind and the questions that's going on in my head because they just coming.
Ask the questions. Listen, the thing about it is you
No.
keep them in your head. Let them
No.
out your mouth and they won't be inside.
It's just like, it's no different from, like, know how
Y'all keep saying it's no
somebody say
different
something.
from, but it is.
No, hold on.
It is
Hold on.
completely different. It's
That's
not
no
the
different.
same for
Hold
me
on.
as it is for everybody else.
Linus, see, I let you talk. I did not interrupt you. So when I
I
started
was
talking, could
still
you please
talking though
let
when
me
you
talk?
started talking, but okay, go ahead.
Okay, what I'm getting at, it's kind of a little bit no different from, like, if somebody say something that you don't like, you rattle off whatever come to the top of your head. That's what we getting at. It's not saying that you just blurt everything out in one. When you trying to meet someone, you do it in layers. You start off small, you gradually. You take your time at doing it. That's being careful, because you're being careful. That's what you want to do, because you don't want to just give everybody everything. But I understand what you're saying, that you built differently from where I'm built. How I'm able to do something is not the way you able to do it. So I'm not taking that away. But the only way, you have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to be uncomfortable. Hold on. The only way you can grow is to get uncomfortable. That's with anything. That's job-wise, life-wise, or anything. If you want to grow, you have to get uncomfortable.
Hey, my baby. I got you. I got you, cousin. And I hear what you're saying. Um, it's just not easy. It's just not easy. Because I am trying to be considerate of someone else. Like I said, I'm 54 years old and I still have nightmares from childhood trauma. Imagine somebody sleeping after having a great night, waking up to somebody scratching them, beating on them, hollering, crying, sweating. That's god awful. On top of health issues. Why would I want to subject someone to that? And like I said, it's not that I want to be by myself forever, because I don't. I don't. But I don't know how to be okay with subjecting someone else to it.
See, that's the thing. I didn't say it's easy. That's the whole point.
You're right. You said it's uncomfortable.
A lot of stuff, yeah, it's uncomfortable. And, hey, Brittany.
Hey, Britt.
It's not easy to do, and it's no different from me whenever I got a divorce and started over. it took me a while to start over, but I had to take my time when I was ready.
Right.
That's just like with Nene. It's not just the physical issues that she has. She has mental issues as far as what she done went through, as far as trauma. She has health. She has a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to accept her as she is. I'm willing to work with her and stand by her. It's hard to find somebody that is like that, and I'm not saying that it is, but the only way is really kind of like being a little bit. Oh, she didn't tell me everything from the jump. It was a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there. Eventually, it got to the point to where I knew everything.
Right.
It was my choice. It was my choice to stay, and it wasn't her choice. It was mine. I stood by her, and I stand by her because that's my choice.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't have to. I'm not telling y'all to do this or do that or do it this way, do it that way. I'm just saying you have, if you want one or you want that type of relationship, the only way you're able to get that relationship, you have to start somewhere.
I just got to figure out where that somewhere is.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Lana's got her somewhere she got to figure out. You got your somewhere. My son, her somewhere, my somewhere, anybody somewhere is different from every one of us because we're not the same.
All I said.
Right.
But like I said, you have to start somewhere, but you have to find it.
Right. That's right.
You know I love you to death. Linus, you know me. Hey, me and you been riding for a long time, huh, Linus? I done seen you at your worst. I done had Nate hunt your ass down. Everything. Cause you family.
Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely. And twin, until we find somebody, we'll just cause mayhem and foolishness together. How about that?
Just stay out the ditch.
Hey, you driving one ditch, I driving the other one. We'll get there and we'll get back. Like I said, until this,
one on each side.
That's it. Won't be a need for a street sweeper with us out there together. And Milton Leroy in the back holding down the rear. They say. I think what we're talking about.
Remember it had that
raccoon. Melvin gonna be in there too.
That's Melvin right there.
Melvin gonna be in there. As long as he is quiet as that raccoon, he can ride. Because that raccoon, yes. I think
he might try to take Milton Earl of the necklace.
Oh, girl, you know he just got one. He just got a new one. Milton, come and let's show off your pretty man. That's all right, Milton. I don't want to advertise. And somebody come and take it tonight.
Hey, Melvin Cat's over there listening too.
Yes, yes. I said, oh my God. Well, we were talking about everybody has a motive. That dating kind of falls in under that category for me. Not only do I not want to put stuff on them, my issues, like I said, mental or physical issues, but getting past that, they would like me for me. I said, I've always been the funny person, the laid back person. We're going to have a good time. Like I said, if you don't have a good time when you're with me, you just don't want to have a good time, because I'm going to have a good time everywhere I go. I went in Hobby Lobby yesterday dancing in their cameras with a cowboy hat on just because I was outside.
Here we go.
Just because I hadn't been able to go outside in a few days. My body was hurt so bad I wasn't even thinking about, any of that. But once I started feeling better, I touched everywhere in this town yesterday in a couple of hours. But
I'm waiting for Walmart and that bike.
I can't wait. I can't wait because it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But figuring out, and I feel, well, let me start with this one. I feel more vulnerable now that I do have sarcoidosis. Now, when I was in the DV situation, baby, we all up in there going for what we know. You know what I'm saying? You throwing, I'm throwing. But now I can't do all that. Not that I want to be back in a situation like that where I had to, but I don't feel like I could defend myself. And I feel vulnerable in everyday life, even living by myself now. Because I'm not as healthy as I once was. So, like I said, that's another issue that I have that y'all know I had anxiety, stayed up all night about taking the medical transport to the doctor because I didn't know if my driver was going to be a male. On the ride up to the hospital to get the infusion, I would have been, I'm fine because I'm at myself. But coming home, y'all see how I leave there? Don't even know my name. So to be in the back of a vehicle with a man and not be able to defend myself, that caused me a lot of stress and anxiety. But like I said, I don't want to, nor do I plan on being alone for the rest of my life. I just have to find a starting point. And
A small starting point.
yeah. I had to let Milton Leroy see if they let Milton Leroy scratch them and they don't sue me, then they probably all right. Because everybody wants something. You know what I'm saying? You can't scratch me. I'm gonna sue you for all your work. But
they sue me, they just gonna be practicing because I ain't got it.
Baby, they sue me. All they get is Milton Leroy in the oxygen tank. That's all they can get. And then they're gonna have to fight the company Lincare for the oxygen tank. Because that's all they get. That's all they get.
Better go get Milton Leroy his catnip.
Oh, he got some. He got some on the head in the day though. But like I said, if you were raised in that the era where be strong and everybody has a motive. Speaking from my own life experiences here, that cause everybody has a motive cause fear of disappointment. So I never show excitement. I was at the point where I never showed excitement about anything. People thought I didn't appreciate stuff. Never had a surprise birthday party because they didn't know if I was gonna come out fighting or if I was gonna enjoy it. But people felt like I didn't appreciate the gifts they gave me because I wasn't as excited as they felt like I should be.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing was always, if I didn't get excited about it and it didn't happen, no one would ever know that I was disappointed. And I also felt like if people knew that I was excited about something, that would make them not do it just because they wanted to hurt me. So I learned at an early age never to show excitement about anything, not Christmas, not nothing. Um, there were years, that we didn't get anything for Christmas. And it became the norm where everybody else might still get up like, oh, let me see, maybe. Baby, I slept. As long as my mama had 25 pies in there, different colors, cakes and food, I was fine. Y'all can get up and make a fool out of y'allself. Look it up there if y'all want to. I'm gonna sleep till 12. Go get me a whole cake. Bring it back here. Watch Christmas Story and be fine. But
No, I feel you, cousin. Hey, we actually woke up on the Christmas morning and we had canned goods in our stockings.
And see, those were the good times though. Canned goods, nuts, oranges, peppermint. That was a good time for me. But I don't know. I don't know why my dad was like that. Well, I do know now. He had a whole nother household to take care of, and they were living good. They were living great. Never missed a beat over there. No birthdays were missed, no Christmases were missed over there. But that taught me not to show excitement. And that spilled over into my adulthood. My kids, thought that I wasn't appreciative for anything. And I never asked for anything. For Mother's Day, go to the Dollar General, go to the dollar store, get me some house shoes, an ink pen, and a journal. Well, now I create my own journal, so just bring me some ink pens. And my son, he finally said something. He was like, you know how embarrassing that is? Everybody going to the mall buying their mama gifts, and I can't buy you nothing. I got to go to the Dollar Tree and buy you something. And I was always, that's what made me happy. So why would you waste your money at the mall when you could go to the Dollar Tree and spend less than $5? Give me some ink pen and a book or whatever, some stickers, candle. That's all I want. And I always felt like if I needed anything more than that, I'll get it for myself. And if I can't get it for myself, I was like Linus, I don't need it. But then with treatment, I realized that I am worthy of all those things that they want to shower me with and more. But I still am not into spending a whole lot of money to get something. I don't care who money it is. My money, their money, no. It's not worth it to me. I don't do malls. I don't care what the name is on something, whether it's 99 cents or $99. If I want it, I'll get it.
That part.
And I love a thrift store. Love a thrift store.
Well, you have kids that wanted to give you something for Mother's Day. I have 3 children. All I got was a text message from one.
Well, that's how it was this year for me, Linus.
That was it. I mean,
I got a
this has
text
been
message,
this has
and,
been
and
no.
but I'm okay with it.
I'm okay.
I'm okay with it.
I
Like I
can't
said,
say I'm okay. It hurts a little bit.
well, I've gotten to be okay with it because I understand. Like I said, my mental health issues trickled down to them too.
Mm.
Um, and where one might be able to be around me and the other one can't, because I made a lot of mistakes. Because I was raising kids out of a place of, like I said, just I was drowning. I was drowning in my own pain that I couldn't see that what I was causing them, you know?
Mhm.
And then life itself, then sickness, then dealing, with DV. So I get it, you know? I get it. And I'm not gonna pretend that it didn't hurt because it is. But I still understand it, and I'm respectful of boundaries and all of that. I mean, no more than, I don't read instructions anyway, but I didn't get any instructions, you know, on growing up, on being a child or being a mother or living this life. I didn't get any instructions for that. I don't think any of us did. So we do our best. And at times, our best does not look good enough to someone else. But I know for a fact that I did my best, what I knew to do. Do I know better now? Yeah. But I can't go back in time, erase or replace. I can start from where I am now, if allowed. Like I said, the best thing I can do now is respect boundaries and live. I think that's all either one of us can do. Let's try to live the best life we can. The that everybody has motive thing also taught me fear of abandonment, fear of being used. Like I said, that anxiety that you talked about, always being hyper vigilant about when is the next thing gonna happen, who gonna pop from around this corner, what they want, and living like that 24/7. And the fear of being emotionally exposed, letting people know that, hey, I'm going through something.
Yes.
Hmm.
That's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah. When you start living in that mode, when you live in that mode long enough, that emotional defense mode, when you live in that mode long enough, even genuine love feels suspicious. You're looking for something. You're
Mhm.
still looking for something. And even though I may not be looking for something or waiting on something, I still have triggers. If they say something or do something that the one before them did, I may not say anything. I'm not the one that's going to say anything right off. I'm going to observe, but I'm also keeping score.
Mm-mm. I'm ch-
Also keep,
I'm chunking the deuce.
I'm keeping score.
And
And
call
I
me a
know
runner, a track star, or whatever. But the first time that I feel like you done something out of pocket,
I got to watch. I got to watch. That's what I'm keeping score. And and that's exhausting in itself. Keeping
mm-hmm.
score. That's exhausting. Um, and then they may just call by phone and be blocked. They may come home from work and I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
No, they don't even know why.
Don't even know what happened. Mm-hmm.
Because that's what people say. All I want to be is loved. But when you have been in a negative space for so long, like I said, it takes reprogramming, unlearning, and relearning. And that's a process in itself, because it's not like you just have a time set out. Well, I'm going to spend this 2 years of my life unlearning and relearning. While you're doing that, life is still happening to you, around you, through you, you know? So it's a lot of things going on at one time while you're trying to heal, while you're trying to learn, unlearn, reprogram, rewire. And it's not always a steady progression either. In my case, I may make 10 steps and take 7 back because of one instance, one trigger. I don't beat myself up about, backtracking. I just need the lesson to be, drilled in a little bit harder is the way I take it. So I work the program a little bit harder to make it past those 7 steps that I took back. I'm gonna take 8 more steps forward. And everything seems to be everybody seems to have a hidden agenda, at the beginning of the healing process. Everybody has a hidden agenda. Everything means something. Even, the silence, the smile. Why are you smiling like that? And like I said, I'm not saying anything, but I'm thinking it.
Why you looking at me like that?
Right. You pretty. I know it. Why you feel like you gotta keep telling me that? You think because you telling me gonna make me know it, and then when you tell me I'm ugly, I'm gonna be hurt? you know, all of those things. But like I said, though, it's childhood things that that we were taught that play a huge part in our mental health as adults. And like I said, they're not things that you can just easily shake off either. We just talked about honey, overanalyzing everything. Everything.
Break it down all the way down,
Yeah.
and then try to put
And
it back together.
yes. And see what they finna come up with next. You done broke the equation all the way down from their end now to see what their next move is gonna be. And you said something earlier when you were talking to cousin. Sounds like you always prepared for rejection.
And most of the times, yeah, you are, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, if I put all of this stuff on that person, you know, when he gonna say, okay, enough is enough?
Mm-hmm.
I'm done. So I'm already prepared for him to walk away.
Yeah. And being prepared for them to walk away usually means you creating scenarios for him to walk away. Maybe not consciously.
Mm-hmm.
You may not be aware that you are, but I'm speaking for myself. I know I have.
Oh, absolutely. I have self-sabotaged
That part.
plenty of times.
That part.
Can I ask one question? I'm gonna go back over.
Yeah.
Why do you feel like that? Why do you feel that you want to satisfy something that you know would be good, and that person is going along with you in that journey, but you're willing to give up so quick?
Who you talking to?
It don't matter who hit dog or holler. You saying?
Cousin, mute your mic. What is
I was asking because I didn't quite catch the question. But if you want to
right?
be flip at the lip, I can too.
My question is,
Now, can
my
you
question
repeat the
is,
question?
why sabotage if that if you and if that person is there for you, through thick and thin, going every step of the way with you, and he's showing you that he cares, genuine cares. Why do you feel like you got to sabotage the relationship that you feel uncomfortable, that you don't want to go keep fighting anymore? You ready to give up? Why?
You want to answer that, Denise?
Well, it's not done on purpose. Even when I was doing it, I'm more conscious of it now, Lamont. But when I was doing it unconsciously, it was because that's what I was used to, and that's what I was prepared for. Something's gonna happen. They're gonna, do this, and they're gonna be gone. They're just
Mhm.
gonna be gone. So I inadvertently would be saying stuff or doing stuff that would cause them to be like, "Look, I done had enough."
Mhm.
Because, like I said, you can't think something and not act on it. You know what I'm saying? That thought is the seed. And then you start acting on it because that's what you believe is going to happen. So your actions reflect your thoughts. It just like thinking positive, you're going to do positive things. Thinking negative, negative things are going to happen, and you're going to do negative things and cause negative things to happen. So it's because of pain, it's because of past trauma, it's because of past hurt that people self-sabotage. It's not like we're just out here, or me, it's not like I'm just out here looking for things to um make go wrong in my life, you know, just because I don't want to be happy or I don't want to have someone um weather the storm with me, be by my side. That's not the case. It's because of past trauma, past hurt, and past pain that unconsciously I was self-sabotaging, therefore creating my own, I call it self-made pain.
What?
And then had a nerve to be upset when they leave.
Mhm. Mhm.
Talk about them, their mama, and their dog.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you don't go in intentionally to self
Right,
sabotage, and
right.
then you know what I'm saying. But you do, and
Hmm.
once you sit back and you reflect on that relationship, you're like, well, damn, I messed that up my own self.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
Absolutely.
at that point, what can you do? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Because
It's done now.
by the time they leave, you done showed your whole butt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It ain't no, it's really not a situation where you call and even try to make amends. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because you done acted up so bad to where you
Yeah.
just let bygones be bygones at this point, you know? They,
Yeah. I
well,
didn't. I
it's
didn't.
not done on purpose.
Thank you for answering my question. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, did you get a understanding?
Yes, ma'am. I sure did. I got a real good understanding. It was just something I just wanted to hear because it sounded like whenever a person try to get close to somebody and they thinking it's all well and fine, then they show their true colors. They show how they really feel. And hold on, let me finish. Don't. I got two closing. I got one more. I'm a Baptist. Give me a second. I'm gonna close out in a second. Two more closing. But it's like every time when you in a situation, how do you feel about that? When somebody's saying you don't want that person anymore, then you push that person away because of something that you did that you sabotaged the relationship because you didn't want to be there anymore. Why not just say, you know what, I'm gonna stick this out. I'm gonna make this work with this person because I really care about this person. I see how this person cares about me. But I'd rather take the low road instead of taking the high road and keep working through the situation.
You gonna take this one? Okay.
Okay, Lamont, hold on. Lamont, okay, now this is an understanding as far as a lot of people. A lot of people do this, male, female, whatever. They go through so much that it's it's repetitious. They have things that they do repetitious because that's what they used to. That's what always happened. That's what it always run into. Not intentionally doing those things. They so used to everything's fine, and then it gets to that point. That's where that breaking point at. That's where the next person they run into, it gets to that point, and they so used to. That's where that breaking point. That's where they break down. They don't intentionally say things. They don't intentionally do things. It's just that that's what they used to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Right.
what I want to say. Don't do it intentionally.
Right.
Go seeking, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm going to jump in this relationship with him and I'm going to play with him until it's not like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Genuine feelings. And we
Mm-hmm.
may genuinely like this person. But something in our minds, it's like, and then all of a sudden it's boom.
Yeah. And they're a good person. They're a great person.
Great person. And may, like I said, may have feelings for this person, but
Right.
it's
Right.
and we've been
Oh,
through or something that we've had to deal with for so long, and then all of a sudden that clicks back in our mind. It's like, well, let me go and get out of this shit before this happens.
yeah. Because I know this joker finna act a fool. I know he probably got somebody else anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's only a matter of time before she pop out. You know? And here I am gonna be looking like a fool.
Yeah.
Like I just said earlier, that when you have been in the mode of emotional defense for so long, even genuine love feels suspicious because because of past trauma, past hurt, past heartache, past pain. Like I said, you're always looking for rejection. You know it's coming.
And you try to nip that in the bud before it happens.
Right.
You know
And
what I
because you're trying to do that, you've also, in the same sense, created the problem
Right.
or created you create the whole storyline for him to walk away
That part.
by the foolishness you was doing, overanalyzing stuff, misreading a smile, misreading him just looking at you lovingly, just admiring your beauty. What the hell you looking at? Go look at your mom. You know, I mean, that is.
Hold on. I get mad as hell. Look, don't say nothing about my damn mama.
That's me though. That's be the first thing I do. Y'all see, I'm calling boss mama day and night. That be the first thing I do. First thing I go to. And when they ask, well, can I come over to your house? Go to your mama house. What you cook? What your mama cook? But see, now that I recognize that in myself, I recognize that pattern. But it wasn't until, like I said, mental health treatment came on the scene that I recognized I have a lot of triggers. I have a lot of patterns, I have a lot of unlearning to do. And at the same time, if I'm unlearning, that means I'm relearning. I have a lot of relearning to do. But like I said, it's not intentional. It's not because the guy is a bad person. And it's not even because I'm a bad person. I'm just trying to protect myself.
And Lamar, it's just like if you a male getting in a relationship with a female, you constantly running into the same problem or same issue. It's hard for that next woman, that's that right woman, to give you everything that you deserve or she's willing to give you due to the fact you so used to running into that bad female that it was a pattern. And so that's just like with me. I'm a guy say me. I lost myself when I was with my ex. I had to find myself. And one thing I promised to myself was that I'd never lose myself with anybody that I get with. That's one thing I can say about Nate. She hasn't did anything outside the box for me not to be who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understand that because I'm in that situation now where I'm finding myself. I'm making myself priority, not running to thinking, oh, this is what I need, but this is what I want. If you can't feel my want and not my needs, I don't want that, because my want is I want somebody that's gonna love me and be true to me, and who's gonna be there to have my back thick and thin. And that's one thing I'm learning. I'm starting a transition. I'm starting over. I look at myself in the mirror at my dad's birthday, and I'm like, Pop, I'm starting over. Because when I say I'm starting over because I made a lot of mistakes. I did a lot of things that I shouldn't have done, and that's one of my big transitions. I'm looking out for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a damn about what anybody else say. If you like me, you don't. You don't like me, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a damn. Because the simple fact being, at the end of the day, the only person that cares about me is me. That goes down to my family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now the question is for you: have you healed? Have you truly healed?
No, I'm working on that part.
Okay, now with that being said, when you not fully healed, you can't love someone.
That you just took the words
due to the fact you are not healed yet.
No, you love nobody.
You have to be fully healed before you can truly love someone.
Mm-hmm. Like I said,
You gotta be, because if not, you gonna carry all that hate and that burden into that relationship with that person. Get out on that.
Right.
And that person, so why heal yourself first?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Denise. I mean,
You're fine. And I agree with that. With everything you both just said. And Jessica, I saw she said in the comments that you have to love yourself first. And that's the truth. I was telling Linus a few minutes ago, I was telling y'all, I was like, things have changed. Maybe I'm holding my mouth different, that I don't attract the same kind of men. But the thing that really changed is me. It's how I love myself. When they see me, they don't see somebody who needs them to love them. I don't need that because I can love myself. I have a good time playing on the phone by myself. I have a good time talking to Milton Leroy, riding around in the car, in and out of ditches as it may be. We still make it back home safe and we fine. And we laugh about it when we get home. We laughing about it while it's going on. But there was a time when I would walk by the mirror and cuss myself out for filth. Now I can stand in front of the mirror and say good things about the person looking back at me. I can truly say I love me. I like me. I don't just love me. I like me.
And that's
I can walk by them. Yes, two different things. I can walk by the mirror now and be like, hey, girl. You know what I mean? Instead of walking by. I used to walk by the mirror and just shoot a bird at myself.
Damn.
Or walk by the mirror. I could be anywhere and just be out of the side of my mouth. Just, you get on my nerve.
Mm-hmm.
But now, So that's what changed with me. Me loving myself. And that's totally part of the healing process, falling in love with yourself. I can't say again because I didn't love myself to start with. I was always, like I said, surviving. I was too busy surviving to love myself, anybody. I'm just trying to keep my head from going under the water, you know?
Even in that survival, you feel like the ugliest person.
Yes.
Like for a long time, I never thought
Mm,
told me I was cute. I'd be like, "We're playing."
get on. Trying to be ready to fight them. What you
Mm.
want? Your mama cute. Go tell your mama she cute. Yeah. uh,
Look at you. Stop talking about people bubble.
uh, okay. But I'm just saying, oh, that was my thing. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I don't do that
Okay.
anymore.
You would say something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do one a queen bee number. Stop the bullshit.
But people used to give me, I call it a hug and a punch compliment. They would say, "You're so pretty to be so black."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about fighting. I will be ready to fight anywhere. Why can't I just be a pretty woman? Why are you now saying that all dark skinned women are ugly, but I'm the exception? You so pretty to be so black. Oh, you so black, but you're so pretty. And my sister would be like, "Why can't you just accept a compliment? They just said that you were pretty." I said, "But did you not hear the other part of it? That's the punch. That's the slap."
Mm-hmm. But
So
that's
anytime,
society's thinking though. Like,
yeah, but I came up, you black, black bitch. Go back to Africa. And this wasn't like the kids in the neighborhood. This was within the family.
mm-hmm.
The first time I felt bad about being, the darkest person was within my own household. When we were talking,
Yeah, no, I understand. I understand that part because I am the darkest one out of my siblings. So sometimes I felt as though I was adopted.
I used to, I thought the rest of them were cousins. I treat the rest of them like they were, because my mama was dark. So I treated it. My mama said, "Why do you act like, these are your brothers and sisters? Some of them were here when you got it. I don't know these kids. You could have just went and got these kids the night before you had me. I don't know these children, and I'm not finna be friends with them. You know what I mean?"
I'm done.
So I walked around like I was the only child. I really did. I heard my mama call my older sister baby girl, baby. I almost cleared the whole house out. She ain't your baby. I'm the baby girl. Forever and always. I don't know what you call her, big sister, whatever, but I better let ever your baby girl come out your mouth unless you're talking to me.
But what kind of got me though? The only thing that kind of eased my mind when I seen my papa was wee. I was like, yeah, that's my papa.
Okay. So I remember we were talking about something came up. We were all in the house and we were talking about this. Said something about black. And I told my dad, I said, "Well, you black too." That man got so mad at me, he jumped up off the floor, ran in the kitchen, got a brown paper bag, and he said, "I'm not black, I'm paper bag brown." Pulled up his pants leg, put the bag to his leg. I felt like shit. Because I'm thinking, I'm the same complexion as my mama. If you don't like me, you don't like her. And all he did was give everybody else in that house permission to talk about me and my complexion. From that day on, I was a black bitch. I was called black bitch. I was juju and everything else for my siblings. And he gave us permission to do it by him doing what he did. But then as we got older, "Oh, what do you use on your skin? Your skin is so small." Oh, go to Africa. Go find out for yourself.
Go get that brown paper bag that you
That's it. That y'all thought was so funny. That kind of stuff stick with you.
Yeah.
So therefore, when I got older and people would say, "Oh, you so black, you so pretty to be so black," we fighting. Because all I'm hearing is that paper bag brown seeing this man lift up his pants leg and everybody else laughing.
Casualty of war. Casualty of war.
Yeah. Yeah.
They ain't know why.
Mm-mm.
They get 2 piece.
Right. People have had to stand in front of me, in between me and the person at a funeral. Because she was like, oh, I didn't mean anything by it. I'm sorry. What did I say? You said I was a pretty black thing. Why I just can't be a pretty thing? A pretty woman. No, why I had to be a pretty black thing? And then I thought that because I was the darkest one,
Yeah, the funeral.
and
Did you have the hammer with you at the funeral?
I always have a hammer.
That's just a
I always
question.
have a hammer. I always carry a hammer on me. Hammer and yeah, I always have a hammer. Um, I also thought that because I was the darkest one, that was the reason that my uncle chose me, because that was the difference that was made between me and everybody else, that I was the darkest one. So I thought that's why I was the victim. You know, I was, because of my, and so there, it just compounded. You know, I hated being dark because I'm thinking that had something to do with it, you know?
Like you were targeted.
Right. Or punished because I am the
Yeah.
complexion that I am. Because nobody else seemed to like it, you know what I'm saying? So maybe that was the punishment for me being this complexion. Mm. Yeah. Y'all, we just on number 2 on my list, and my list is like 10. So we go skip on to number 3. We're gonna breeze through these really quick. Number 3 that I wrote down was nothing in life is free. This on the surface sounds like a lesson in being responsible, you know. And yeah, we have to be responsible, you know, that matters in life. But emotionally, you know, it was interpreted as you must earn everything. Like Linus and I were talking about. If we had to work 2 jobs, 3 jobs to get it for ourselves without asking anybody for anything. And then if it worked out that we couldn't get it, and even if somebody stepped up and said, oh, I saw you been looking at that, let me bless you with it. Or how much do you have? I'll pay the difference. You know my saying, you better get out of my, you know, go on. Nope.
Go give it to your mama.
That's it. That's it. Buy it for your mama. Don't buy it for me. Nope. But yeah, it taught you that, you know, it taught me that I had to work for everything. If I couldn't do it for myself, it wasn't gonna get done. Don't look for help from anybody else. It also taught me that I was only valuable when I could produce something, when I could help somebody else.
That's the only time they want to see you is when you got something that they need.
Yep.
They don't want to talk to you. If you ain't got it, they don't
Yep.
want to be bothered with you.
And in that working 2 and 3 jobs and going without this and without that, that taught me that in order to receive something or before receiving something, the struggle was a part of the process. And that's not always the case. What's meant for you comes to you easily is what I found out in these last few years. I don't have to chase anything. I attract everything with the energy that I put out, which goes back to what we were saying earlier about self-sabotage. The energy that I was putting out was that something was gonna go wrong. So I set up the plot for it to go wrong. So I knew it. You know what I mean?
Put it out there in the atmosphere.
Right. Right. So there's a lot of free things in life. I've given away a lot of things with no motive. I've completed transactions in the store for people that were short with no motive. But it took me getting older and seeing that I am the person that at times am able to bless somebody else. And I don't have any ill intentions. I don't have any ulterior motive. Just doing it because I want to do it, because I can do it.
Yep.
Like I said, there were plenty of people in my life that felt the same way. They could
Man, was
see the struggle
he was at rehearsal.
and just wanted to step in and do that. But because of what I was going through, I couldn't let them do it. Couldn't let them do it. It also taught me, that nothing in life is free. That because you got to work so hard for everything and struggles, there's no time for rest. No time for rest. You could be missing your opportunity, missing making $1 to get what you want if by over here taking a 2-hour nap and you hadn't slept in 2 weeks. But this 2-hour nap is gonna make or break the whole situation. So you don't have time for that. So therefore, that led to feeling guilty because I needed to rest. Even when my body was saying, I can't take you another further. Going to sleep from one job to the next, driving. When I could have just not taken that shift, got some rest.
And everything still would have been okay.
Right. Or not. Because it didn't make or break the situation,
Yeah.
But definitely had I, been taking a dirt nap, it wouldn't have got accomplished for real,
I'm with you when you're right.
Or feeling guilty for needing help. Because like I said, nothing is free. You got to get out there and get it. And if you got to ask for help, that means there's something wrong with you. And this is the main one. I was not comfortable at all receiving kindness or accepting kindness from others.
It's hard for me to even take a compliment, let alone,
See, I can take the compliment now better than I could then, but that's because I've been putting in the work. But I remember when it wasn't. Like I said, all you had to do is say something about black and we fight. I don't care which your mama funeral. You could have been saying something about a black. If I heard black, they talking about me. Baby. I was up in here sad with you, but now you done call me black. Like I said, they could not have even been talking about me. But yeah, I found out that there are things in life that are free. Love is free.
Love is free.
And like cousin say, you let people know that you need something, and if they can feel the need, that if they take that on, that has nothing to do with you. We talked about this one last night, so I had to add it to the list. We all, I'm pretty sure, were told, eat your food. They're starving kids overseas. That's what I heard all the time. But
my favorite one, Denise, let me cut you off. My favorite one, your eyes is bigger than your stomach, I see.
Yeah.
I get that now today still.
Yes, we know.
I still get that today. I will never be invited to a buffet because I eat enough.
Oh, well, see, you can go to a buffet with me. What just you get some on your plate, I'm gonna get my plate, and that'll keep me from having to go back double time. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna have 3 plates. I'm gonna eat my plate, then you gonna give me what you don't want off of your plate. I'm gonna eat that one, and then you still got what you want to eat. So we good. None goes to waste. Yeah, I don't play with a buffet. But that in itself taught a lot of unhealthy eating habits. Um, People, ate past the signal of fullness
Hmm.
because they were made to eat out of feeling guilty that someone else was starving.
And then you have the ones that like food was a reward for, you know what I'm saying, you doing your good deeds.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then okay, you can have this biscuit if you eat all of this, or you do this or whatever. Then you can have this cupcake if you do this. They use it as a reward, and then when you get older, it's like, okay, now I'm
Mm-hmm.
stuffing myself with all this unnecessary stuff, and no, you ain't hungry.
Right. Right. And we're gonna touch on that, how our eating habits and mental health are connected. Um, because they definitely are.
Hmm. I
Um,
I can agree with that because, like, for me, I used to be a big girl,
hmm,
big girl, almost 300 pounds, me.
really?
Yeah. And my mama would be like, "Oh, girl, look at you, you just big," and that affected me mentally.
Yeah.
So now, that I've lost the weight, that's the last thing I want to do is go back to where I used to be. The very last thing. So when I find myself eating like you supposed to, I'd be like, "Girl, you don't want to do that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because you're gonna be back where you used to be," and I
Yeah.
want. So I
Yeah.
just
I
limit my
get
eating.
that. I get that. Mine is the opposite though. When I'm stressed, I put it like this: when I'm stressed, I starve. When I'm happy, I'm healthy.
Shut up, Quan.
Um, so my anxiety and stress and depression caused me not to eat. Um, been to the point, of where, I was threatened with a feeding tube and all of that.
Yeah, I would go days without eating.
Mhm, mhm.
I feel like I'm almost at the point of passing out because I haven't eaten.
And then would be ready, be okay with passing out because that was the only rest I was gonna get because I've been so wound up and stressed and nervous for weeks and months and years that passing out. I'm
Mhm.
up for that right about now. You know what I'm saying? Even if it is from hunger, I'll
Mhm.
take that. I just want to nap. Just want to lay down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Like I said, many children learn guilt around food instead of balance, because that came like with them saying waste not, want not.
Hmm.
And like you said, even when they're full, they still eat.
Yeah, you better eat
Um,
anything on that plate, or
right,
you be eating the
right,
same
to
thing
eat
tomorrow.
everything.
Yeah.
Right. And ignoring their body signals. And that causes again distrust within yourself. Because if you're ignoring the signals of that you are full, you take another bite, it's all coming back up, and you thinking, okay, I can get at least half a bite in. Your body don't trust you. You don't trust yourself. And then that spills over into other areas of your life. Like I said, I didn't trust myself worth nothing. And the only way I figured out that I can start trusting myself is when I make a promise to myself, I keep it regardless.
Yeah.
Regardless, because my body has to learn to trust me. I have to learn to trust myself. And the only way I'm going to do that is by doing what I say, regardless. And I've done it. Being here on YouTube, I kept a promise to myself. And here we are. Um, Number 5, Lamont touched on this one. Stop crying before I give you something to cry about.
Hmm.
That this one right here created generations of emotionally disconnected adults.
Emotional damage.
Yes.
Uh,
Children
Go
who
to
were
number 6. I'm having a flashback. Go to number 6.
okay. Okay. But yeah, that created, just like I said, not just our generations, but generations
mhm.
of emotional damage. Like I said, we were punished for emotions, we weren't allowed to express our feelings. We weren't allowed to have feelings. Like I said, if they asked you if you were okay, anything other than yes, ma'am, or yes, sir, was gonna get you a whooping because, like what you said, Lon, what you depressed over, what you sad about, what you mad about.
You ain't
You ain't got no
reason to
job,
be
you
upset.
ain't got no
You ain't got
problems,
no
you
reason
got
to
no
be upset.
business. Right. So yeah,
I'm about to give you
that
something
one,
to be depressed about. Come here.
that's it. That one right there wrecked generations. And it's still wrecking generations.
I got one more. I
Listen,
got
okay.
do as I say, not as I do.
Oh, yes, Lord. Yes.
Where they get that shit from, but yeah.
Oh, it's gonna hurt you more than it's gonna hurt me.
Honey, you know what I say? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Give me the belt. Give
See
me the
that
switch.
better? Let me see.
Yeah, let me see if it's gonna hurt me when I hit you. They never did though.
Mm-mm.
They know I'd have told the
And
house up. Honey, y'all have had that sibling that grabbed the belt, and it's like your mama turned the hook when they grabbed the belt when they whoop. I remember one time I was just fit to be tied with everybody. I had been fighting and carrying on, and I was really feeling myself. I mean, nobody could whoop me. Nobody whooping boys, girls, everybody. Nobody could whoop me. And I was scrawny, just like the Tasmanian devil in them streets.
Mhm.
And my mama said, "I'm gonna tell your daddy when he get home," because she was tired of me. She was tired of me. And I remember looking at her, and I said, "Why? You can't handle it? Don't y'all know that woman beat me blind?
I'm sorry.
I, I,
Oh, sorry.
I had on a half slip, and at the time I had the half slip pulled up like a halter dress. I was walking away from her when I said it, and I walked away from her. She got that belt, and bless her heart, I know she didn't mean to hit me between my eyes with that buckle. But she wrapped that belt around the back of my head, and that buckle landed right in between my eyes.
Wow.
And I sucked in so hard that the half slip fell straight down to the floor, tripped me up. I couldn't see how to get out of the room, and she is just working that belt like a set of nunchucks. I mean, my mama had the right arm of Mike Tyson that day. When I finally did find my way out and make it up the stairs, my sister was washing dishes in the kitchen. She said I was all on her. My mama was still throwing it. And finally, I don't know, I guess she felt like maybe, I'd had enough, which I had. I mean, I'm blind and naked. Come on, you know what I'm saying? So, so my sisters helped me to the bedroom. And then my sister said, "You had nerve to say, I'll be talking again." I took a baby Jesus 3-day nap. She beat me into a Jesus Lord nap. I slept for 3 days. And I remember hearing my daddy when he came home, my mom was telling him that he needed to wake me up and whoop me again. And they just standing up at the door just watching me. I mean, they done swole both my eyes up, you know what I'm saying? Got buckle marks all in my face.
You bet not had to move. Like
Right. And then my daddy just standing up there. I could hear, just Barbara. And my mom said, "You act like you scared of that girl. What? Uh, she, she ain't gonna do no more. She ain't gonna do no more." I guess I said, "Look, what we gonna do? Any more we gonna be, we going to jail. we do any more to this girl, somebody going to jail." But I came out of that room 3 days later. I don't know if they put a pamp on me or what, because I don't.
Oh gosh. I can't with you, man. They wrapped a plastic bag around you.
I don't remember. I don't remember getting up. I don't know what they did, but I rose on the third day.
Hey, they knocked a butter loose, my God, today.
When I tell you I had a brand new mind, I had a brand new mind. I told my mama, that right hook you got, we on the same team. I'm one of your soldiers now. I got much respect for you. You know what I'm saying? Much respect. Then it was, I switched sides quick. If anybody say anything to my mama, they got to deal with me. Y'all see what that lady did to me?
Lord have mercy.
I had a brand new mind. I was working for my mama. We're on the same team. We never have to do this again.
Ever.
Never, ever. That was it. And that was all. Had a lot of respect for her after that day. But I say this, if she hadn't have done what she did, I don't know where I would have been. She had to do that. She had to do that because I had plans on taking over the whole house. You know what I'm saying?
Pinky and the Brain gonna take over the world.
Yes. Yes, she had to do that. And I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate it. I got some sense about myself, I tell you that. I figured out who team I should be on and where I got my right hook from. And I had a good bladder. I figured those things out. I figured those things out. Let's go on to number 7. Number 7. We're talking about the healing process now. What I had to do first was not start exactly from where I was at the age that I sought mental health treatment. But when I sought mental health treatment, my healing began with healing the little girl within. Because she was the one that was victimized. She was the one that was traumatized. She was the one that endured the pain. She was the one that was still trying to protect me as an adult. And I say that because the same feelings that I would get as a little girl, the warning signs, the insecurities, the fears, anytime anything happened that reminded me of those situations, those same feelings that I had as a little girl would kick in. Because I didn't have any feelings or any coping skills as an adult. All I had were those feelings that I had then.
Mm-hmm.
Those ways to protect myself, which caused the self-sabotage. The way that I would deal with things, then the anger, the rage, the sadness, the depression. All I had were the feelings of that little girl. So I had to start with her. Hey, INS, I had to start with her before I could get to this lady here.
Still working with the little girl.
Yeah. And that's a process. That's a process. Because she endured it the longest, you know?
Yep.
So it has to start with her. I have to let her know, put in the work. I had to put in the work to let her know that I got it, I'm going to be able to take it on from here. I appreciate what you did. Well, that was part of the healing process. therapist had me write a note to her, and it took me years to write that note to her. Years. The first time she asked me to address the little girl was when she asked me to write a letter to her apologizing for what was not done for her. And to this day I never wrote that letter. Because if I wrote that letter, that means I would know what I needed to have been done for me. And I didn't have the answers then. I didn't have the answers because I didn't know what I needed. One would think it would be the opposite of what I didn't get, but that's not necessarily true. Or at least it wasn't for me. Um, and then it came, to a point in therapy where I had to write her a letter, thanking her and letting her know that I would start doing things um, to gain trust in myself and therefore relieving her of her duties. I thought as long as I was keeping her full and sleep, it was a good thing. But here's the thing. She was a light sleeper.
Mhm.
Oh, girl pop out in a minute, I wasn't even ready. I didn't know she was there. And she was like, hey, what'd he say? What she say to you? That sounds like the same thing that was said to us back in the day. We raging a war.
Yeah, don't wake that fool up.
Right, right. You gotta tiptoe around her now, Um, and what I've been saying this whole life, rewriting the lessons, which is unlearning and relearning, unprogramming and reprogramming. Rewiring is like you have to wipe the slate clean, just forgetting everything that you've learned. Like I said, in my situation, what I was taught was from a broken person. So now I'm wiping the slate clean, getting ready to become whole myself. But this time, the only thing that I'm carrying on my plate, putting on my plate, are the things for me. The things that are going to help me be a better person, help me be whole. And that's the process. Like I said, it took years to learn all that stuff, and it takes time and help to unlearn and relearn all of those things. Um, and that's gonna be it. And we're gonna stop right there because I think that brings it all full circle. That's what this whole thing has been about. What we were taught, we have to unlearn and relearn, reprogram. You have anything you want to say before we close, Linus?
No. Yeah, I know I'm shy.
Yeah, where the taps at?
Oh, 66.2.
66.2.
Well, I want to thank you again.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm going to check on her as soon as we get off of here.
Tell her we miss her.
I surely will. I surely will.
Yeah, just love yourselves. Love you. Take care of your star players. If you
Thank
don't look
you.
out for yourself, then nobody else will.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I had to learn that
It's
too.
all,
Huh?
and I think I'm gonna write that letter to that little boy, which is me. That really touched me.
Mm-hmm.
That really touched me.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's why we're doing this, Lamont. That is why we're doing this. Like I said, my intentions were not to come on all month. My intention was just to come on Mondays and do the mental health Mondays. But as it has worked out, I'm answering the calling. So um, that's why we're doing it. Not only to be able to help others, but awareness and within ourselves, self-check ourselves. Because like I said, you have to put the mask, the oxygen on yourself first. If the plane is going down, you have to put the oxygen on yourself first before you assist someone else.
Yeah, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Right.
It's-
And it's not selfish. It's not selfish to do so. Just like Lana said, it's selfish when you are pouring from an empty cup. Because like I said, that's not even fumes. That's just, you just depleted.
Nothing.
And there's nobody coming by to pour into you, or nobody stopping by, hey, you need this, or nobody you can call and say, hey, can you bring me a little bit more over here? I'm empty. Because you're the strong one.
Right.
Hey, smooth operator. But I thank y'all for being here on YouTube. Melvin, Tony, Brittany, Michael. Thank y'all so much for being here on TikTok. Lamont, Nene, cousin, left lane, Jessica, Brittany. I saw Brittany over here, and I saw Jazzy here, and Quan, and the others that stopped in to say hello. Thank y'all so much. I will be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're going to talk about eating habits and mental, how that is connected with mental health. I love y'all so much, and I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here tonight because it's almost been 3 hours. But again, thank y'all for being here. I love y'all, and
Love
y'all
you too, cousin.
love y'all, and y'all have a good
Love
night.
you too.
Love you too, Lamont, and thank you
Good night,
again,
everybody. Love y'all.
Linus. Thank you,
Love
Linus.
y'all.
Love you. Love y'all.
Hey, collect your points, collect your points,
Oh
collect
yeah,
your
yeah.
points.
And Linus, hang on, don't go nowhere. Okay. Y'all good over here? Y'all got your points?
I got all mine.
Okay. All right. See y'all tomorrow.
Good night, y'all.
Yeah, we gone.